Hello all and welcome back to my channel Nomadic Ujwal. So finally there is a good news for people who were waiting for a CEC draw, which is Canadian Experience Class draw, and today is May 31st 2024 and we have got a CEC draw which was a cutoff of 522. Now so many people will ask, like, the draw is of 522, then why there is a good news? Because some of their points would be 480, 490 or 500 or 510. So might they would be thinking that still the points are like it's 522 or far away and we are not nearby to a 522 draw. So why there is a good news? So before I tell more about a good news related to this draw, if you are new to my channel, then kindly subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon. So before we directly jump into the good news, let us first understand what is CEC, which is Canadian Experience Class. So if you go to this page, so here it is written eligibility to apply for a Canadian Experience Class. So what is the minimum requirement, education, admissibility, where you can live in Canada, and next steps. So the most important and the minimum requirement is Canadian skilled worker experience and language ability. So what is Canadian skilled work experience? So you must have at least 1 year of skilled work experience in Canada or equal amount of a part-time work experience in 3 years before you apply, and have gained your work experience by working in Canada while authorized to work under a temporary resident status, so that you have performed action in the lead statement in the occupational description, which is a knock, and most of the main duties are listed. So basically you should have minimum 1 year of experience in Canada to be eligible for a Canadian Experience Class. So skill work experience means that you have worked in one or more of this knock training, education, experience and responsibilities categories, which is tier 0, 1, 2 and 3. Your skill work experience must be paid work, including paid wages or uncommissioned. We don't count volunteer work or unpaid internship. You are not eligible for the Canadian Experience Class if you are a refugee claimant, you are working without authorization, or your work experience was gained without temporary resident status in Canada. So basically, if you understand this, those who are on a postgraduate work permit, like those who came on a student visa, then they got the work post-graduation work permit, now they are working in tier 0, 1, 2, 3 job, and now they have gained at least 1 year of Canadian experience with this tier. It should be like with one employer or two employer or three employer, it doesn't matter, but at least it should be a 1 year of full-time experience in this tier, like tier 0, 1, 2 and 3. So if any one of this have experience in this category, then you are eligible for a Canadian Experience Class. So now let's see about today's draw. So if you go to this page, it's like express entry round of invitation, and if you go to this page, so here it is like Canadian Experience Class, number of invitation issued was 3000, rank required to be invited to apply is 3000 or above, date and time of round is May 31st, CRA score is 522, and tie breaking rule is March 19, 2024. So if you see, this was the today's draw, and what I am telling you about is a good news. So what the good news is that if you go to this, see previous round, and you can just click on round type and Canadian Experience Class. So now if you see, this today's is May 31st 2024, Canadian Experience Class, 3000 invitation, which was 522, but the previous one was September 14, 2021. The last draw which came before was like, it is almost like 32 months before. So you can just imagine, from last 32 months there was like, from last 2 years there was no draw for Canadian Experience Class. So this is one of the good news, that IRCC have finally started a Canadian Experience Class draw. So this draw is basically for people who have completed their studies in Canada, who are on a postgraduate work permit, who have their job experience in tier 0, 1, 2, 3 and have at least 1 year of experience. I am pretty sure with a minimum score their points will be somewhere around 450 for sure, like somewhere around, if you have done masters, 450 around sure. If you have done bachelor's with a good IELTS score, then again it would be somewhere around 470 or 480. But again, CEC draw is particularly for a postgraduate work permit. I am not saying just for a postgraduate work permit, but particularly maximum students or maximum people who are eligible for this are on a postgraduate work permit. If you just see before 2021 September, the draw was of 462, 403, 404, 357, 369. So before 2021 September, the draw was just with this point. So this draw, the CEC draw, was specifically for a postgraduate work permit holder, which is like on a temporary holder. So if now this has been started, so if your score is below 500 or nearby 500, for sure that the draws are going to come soon. Like the points are going to go down, like from 522 to 515, 510 or 500. I'm not sure when, but the prediction is that for sure it will go 500 or below 500 soon in this year. So as I told about a good news, so good news, as I told you, like all CEC people like who already got their experience like 1 year or 2 year, most probably they have the points somewhere around like 480, 490 or 500, then surely this is the time where you can create an express entry profile and at least you can enter into a pool. So now there is not sure when CEC draw is going to come back, and like even they can send a new invitation tomorrow itself or within a week or 2 weeks or 3 months, whatever it is, but the points are surely going to be down like 522 below. So you should be ready now. Like IRCC is ready for Canadian experience class, but you should be ready for that as well. So just create your express entry profile, just enter into a pool, and now everything is on your luck. Like if your score is less, try to make that score somewhere around 500 by giving your IELTS multiple times. Try as much as possible, and at the end if you feel that no, this is the maximum score which I can score, then it's fine, just leave it over there. But at least you can enter into pool, so that if there is any a big draw, like there were in September, if I'm not wrong, in September 2021 or before that, there were 3 draw consequently, like within 3 days was 7,000, 7,000, 7,000. So there were like 21,000 invitation within 3 days. If might IRCC come up with this kind of draw, then surely the points are going to be down. So this is really a good news for the people who have 1 year of work experience in Canada, who are ready to create an express entry profile. Just give your IELTS as soon as possible and enter into a pool. Soon I'm going to make a video on how to create an express entry profile, most probably within 3 to 4 days. So if you are watching this video and if you want to create a profile, just within 2 to 3 days I'm going to create a profile. And if you are seeing this video in June, then for sure my video would be ready. So just go through my all videos in this channel and you will be able to create an express entry profile. So once again, congratulations to all of them who have got their invitation through a Canadian experience class draw with a cutoff of 522. And as I told you, don't get nervous or don't think that still 522 is far away and your score is low. No, this is the right time now. If you have 1 year of experience, just take your IELTS score, just give your IELTS, like get a good score and create your express entry profile and enter into pool. So this is all about video, and if you are new to my channel, for my support kindly subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon.